more can I say?
Top Billin.
Yo, Top Billin to ya. All right, New York Giants fans, I want you to send your apologies to one Dave Gettleman. All that shit you was talking about Dave Gettleman this time last year or during the season or whatever like that man completely shitted on you, right? He took a great big shit all up on y'all, and it started in free agency, right? He won the Kenny Golladay sweepstakes, amongst others. I mean, they're assembling a very, very formidable roster there. You already know how I feel about that damn G-Unit defense that Patrick Graham has assembled there. The scheme, the personnel, it just got even better throughout free agency and the draft and shit. It didn't really even need to be. That shit is bananas. So moving to the offensive side of the ball, man, they're starting to resemble the defense, in my opinion. Dave Gettleman, right, all in one offseason has reshaped that wide receiver core, right, or just the pass targets in general. Kenny Golladay on one side. One of the best vertical threats in Darius Slayton on the other side. And don't be giving my man Darius Slayton shit, man. Y'all got to relax. Got to relax, right? You got to relax with that. That man can go get it with the best of them as far as being a vertical threat. He's a work in progress in the quick and mid-range game, but you can see the progress. You don't throw away somebody like that, man. Now, you got to be kidding me with something like that. That dude is perfect for what they want to do for the New York Giants, man. So him on the other side, and then in the slot, you already had a Sterling Shepard, who is a very good player in his own right. But I can see that man being pushed off the roster here in a year or so by this man I'm going to do a film study on today, and that will be my main man, Kadarius Toney. So tell me this, right? How many people you know that you look, right, doing a film study on this guy or talking about this guy that covered this man for the past 2 seasons, pretty much every game right here on the channel, being as though I cover the Florida Gators. I've seen his rise to prominence, and I understand what makes this man a very, very great talent. And he's one of these guys that are in the lineage, that are under the lineage of someone like a Steve Smith, and then you have a guy like Golden Tate. These are these guys that play above the rim or they break tackles, but they're of the smaller frame variety, right? Most of these guys aren't small by any stretch of the imagination, pause, but these guys play extremely physical. They play like big men, but they're not built like big men, if you get what I'm saying there. So he's along that. You had vast people like that in the draft. Tylan Wallace of the Baltimore Ravens was going to be very good. Amon-Ra St. Brown, right, of the Detroit Lions. All these guys very much come from that lineage, but Kadarius Toney is special, and I'm talking about special, especially when you talk about my man, Lieutenant Dan, because he has legs, Daniel Jones, right? So him able to threaten the defense vertically. You can say a lot of shit about Daniel Jones. I challenge anybody to tell me that man cannot at least throw the ball vertically. Throws a very good deep ball, and him and Darius Slayton had that shit rolling. That's hard to stop. His legs are off the chain. Definitely one of the top 5 dual threat quarterbacks as far as being able to threaten the defense. Maybe even more like top 3. Right, his time speed may not say that he is top 3, but the results do. He leaves defensive backs in the dust. The guy can absolutely run. So that, you had Evan Ingram on the inside. Not a big Evan Ingram guy, but I recognize the athleticism and the potential to be explosive with a guy like that for sure. Then you go and get a Kelvin Benjamin, right? Albeit maybe on a tryout basis or whatever like that, but I can see something there. I can see what my man Dave Gettleman is definitely working with right there. Hopefully he can stay healthy. Hopefully he can be in shape. But, man, he can work and go and get it with the best of them, just like Golladay on the outside. But you move him on the inside, have him play kind of a hybrid role between an inside receiver and a tight end. They're not cooking with stuff, and you already know Saquon Barkley in that run game. The offensive line coming together like it has. Ooh-wee. Between them and the Washington football team, shout-outs to what the Eagles did in the draft and the Cowboys. They're looking like the NFC beast once again. So I definitely want to see that happen right there, the NFC beast. But, man, your boy Kadarius Toney and what he can do. Now, listen, this man, you have to consider him a one-year wonder. That's just what it is right there. So this is not conjecture or anything like that. When he originally came in with the previous staff, He was transitioning from being a quarterback in high school, so they had him being a little bit of a running back, a little bit of a wide receiver. He needed to kind of hone those skills, and it took him a while, pretty much all the way to his senior season. But, man, when he hit all the way. He looked like a bust. I did all these film studies on Florida Gators players this time last year in the preseason or the offseason, whatever you want to call it. And I refused to do anything on Kadarius Toney, man, because I was like, he needs to show me. Every year you get excited about him or something he does in the spring game that he doesn't do anything. It translated. His offensive coach, Dan Mullen, is a genius in my opinion, and the way they use him is exactly how the New York Giants need to use this kid. He can definitely very well put Sterling Shepard off the roster here in a year or so. We shall see. But, man, excited for that dude right there. Excited for what the Giants have going on there. It should be pretty cool. Excited for pretty much the whole NFC East in general, all right? Well, with that being said, man, let's go ahead and see what your boy Kadarius Toney is all about, all right? All right, here we go. This first and foremost, what you want to do with this man, at the very least, don't complicate things. Just get the ball in his hands. You see right here, getting him out on the perimeter with the screen and just let him do the work, right? Just let it do what it do, baby. That's all you got to do. Very much something you can see, right? I know this is the wrong team to ever talk about Golden Tate with, but you get what I'm saying. The younger Golden Tate. Look at that. Look at him break all those damn tackles. That shit is bananas. That's what I'm talking about. It's that short area agility, his proprioception, and his peripheral vision, to me, are elite. Look at this. Multiple dudes converging right there, able to navigate the block, get on the inside hip, make the oncoming defender miss right there in short area. Look at that. He didn't even have to go that far outside of his framework right here to make that dude miss. Break 2 tackles right here, a stiff arm, and boom's off to the races right there. I always consider him quicker than fast. His timed 40 speed or whatever like that, remember, that was handheld pro day times like that. He's more of probably a 4.48 type guy. But, man, it doesn't matter because he's so quick. Look at that. And so elusive and so powerful. Remember, don't overcomplicate things. Kinetic lead sweep here. Just get the ball in this guy's hands and let him go to work. Look at this. Watch how many tackles he breaks. He's one of these rare dudes who can give you a muscle. Ooh, he muscle relaxed his soul. Look, he's still muscle relaxing. That's how you do it, man. You muscle relax a man's soul up out of his muscles. That shit was hard. Check this out, man. You can't do anything with this if you're Coach Payton. Look at this. Breaks that, comes back, reverses course. Now look at this. Ooh, that's a full speed muscle relaxer. So that's what I'm saying, having eyes in the back of his head. Look at that. He has a natural feel here to hit Jackson, the linebacker. Boom. Muscle relaxes him. Right, he's done. He's cooked. And he's off to the races right there. Look at it. Still going. Reversing course. Breaking tackles. Just a hard guy to pin down, man. Let's see it one more time from this angle here. Look at that. Get him on so you can see the vision to be able to stay outside right there as a running back. Knows to keep it to the outside there. Now look at the power through the core, right? Power through the core to break that tackle. Reverse course on him. A whole bunch of traffic, but look at him weaving his way through traffic, right? Like one of these dudes who's just late for work or whatever. Just weaving his ass through traffic. And I'm going to knock one of you dudes out too. We're going to get into some traffic beef one day. But check this out right here. Look at that. Come on, man. Look at this dude, man. He's incredible with the ball in his hands. Just like a younger version of Golden Tate, and like that man Steve Smith, of course, who was the ultimate like that. But you can't just get the ball in his hands and have him create. Yes, you can. This Coach Payton has to implement immediately, right? Inside choice routes, option routes, and having this man with a 3-way go. So depending on the leverage here, we saw this a lot with LSU the previous season with Justin Jefferson and Kadarius Toney they replicated that to perfection with him, right? Very similar skill set as far as the elusiveness goes, but Toney has that power as well. Remember, he can both stool soften your ass, pause, and muscle relax you. So if you see right here, you'll see him come out, and then the choice is his. He can either bang this to the inside, bang it to the outside, or depending on what's going on right there, he will get vert on you as well and take it, and we can look at pretty much all of those right there. And he does so with some serious, like he has that gather, that low gather. Look at that. He wasn't even expecting the ball. Look at that. Look at the hands first and foremost. His hands sometimes were suspect before, but not this year or this past season right here. Check this out right here. He's probably thinking like, all right, I'm out of this play right here. The option there is really just to go to the flat. He's thinking it's probably zone. Trask releases the ball before he's even got his head turned around, and he still catches that bad boy. Natural hands catcher right there. Now look, he looks dead to rights right here, but look how much he still gets out of this play because his 0 to 60 is so phenomenal. He has that serious quick get up speed right there. Look at this. Turns that when he finally gets it right there, he's already full speed within the first 1 or 2 steps. Look at this. This is a hell of a catch going away from your body and having to get that downwards right here with your hands on the inside like that, basket catching it, gathered himself right there, and then explodes. Look at that. Oh, love it, man. Absolutely love it. On these motion to empty sets, you're having him in the tight slot. So in the tight slot, you're liable to go against a linebacker, which he is right here, and complete hilarity ensues. Shout outs to my man, Dr. Fauci. He's on the all Dr. Fauci social distancing team. No mask required on the outside if you're 6 feet apart. For sure, he's definitely 6 feet apart on the outside, right? Because that man, cold-blooded, tranquilized this man. Look at that. Time for the tranquilizer. Look at, come on, I gotta look at that shit again. That was cold. Look at this, man. Got the skip to my loot option route, right? You coming out with pacing, varied pacing right there. Look at him stick that foot in the ground. Hit my man with the crossover, right? Hit him with that crossover dribble. Bang. Stephon Marbury'd his ass, and look at that. My man lost control of his central nervous system right there. And you know what? You know they're going to have to wool like that man's drawers to get them shit stains up out of it right there, because that's like being on a roller coaster. You're not supposed to damn be able to get hit with something like that and have to change direction right there. He lost all control of his bowel movements and shit. And Dr. Fauci, do your thing right there. Yep, 6 feet. And then, of course, he's Kadarius Toney. The rest is history. Going to be breaking tackles. Look at that. Boom. Breaking mad tackles. That's what he does. Out in the open field, you look at, oh, come on. What is he doing? He's got inside leverage. Look at that. That's cement shoes. Cement shoes. That's what they call that. You're not supposed to be on Kadarius Toney. Hit you with the crossover right there. Have you stain your drawers and shit like that, right? Now they have to run to the store, get you some woolite. You got the 6 feet of separation right there. Social distancing has ensued, and so has the physicality. 3 men converging on some Three Stooges shit, right? You got the Three Stooges bumping into each other and shit. Bing, bing, bing. He gone. Come on, man. Kadarius Toney is fun as shit to watch, bro. Take it for somebody who covered this man. That is a hell of a pickup for the New York Giants. Same deal right here. Now you can see the leverage, right? This guy will be playing with the inside leverage, so obviously you'll see him bang this to the outside. This is really not much of anything, just showing you his ability to break tackles, and he's very much like a running back who gets you an extra yard or two by always falling forward. Look at that. He was completely dead to rights, and look at him still be able to break a tackle. Couple of guys converging on him, sizing them both up right there, coming up on him. But look at the contact balance and look at the core strength, and just look at the overall balance as well to break a tackle. I love that about that dude right there. And you could just get the ball in his hand, just have him create, and just know that you get him out on the perimeter, get him with one-on-one or something like that, more than likely he's going to break a tackle and at least get you a few yards. If you're wondering about his ability to create vertically, meaning the ball being in the air and doing most of the work, he can do that too. He can run up under it. You see him right here going against my man Malachi Moore, who could be a future New York Giant in a couple of years. And what did I say before the draft? The Giants still need cornerbacks. And everybody's like, no, we don't need no more cornerbacks. They drafted 2. Fuck out of here. So there you go right there. My man going against Malachi Moore and completely freezes him. This is how you vary your route speed. You see that right there? That was a slight hezzy gather and just beat him. That's a straight up foot race right there. A slight hezzy gather on him. And you can see, great throw by Kyle Trask. And you can see that right there. Andrew Jones and that shit over the shoulder catch. Malachi Moore can't even really get a hand on him. One more time, full speed from this particular angle right here. Look at the variance in rhythm. You see that? Rhythm hesitation. Now, he does have a load gather type of transition. He can also do seamless transitions there, but you see right here, right? Selling it vertical and then bogging down. And then what did I tell you about that 0 to 60? His 0 to 60 speed acceleration is phenomenal, man. Right there. Malachi Moore had to hold on for dear life, and that was all she wrote. This is almost like cover for a man on skill here. You see in motion, and with their coverage, the safety almost ends up in between the stitches here. So you have Daniel Wright back here. Now, he's running vert. You don't want to do this. You got to have courage to be able to go there where there's a safety in between the stitches because you might get drilled there. But he's fearless, man, and it ends up working out in his favor. See him motioning out. So he draws the free safety here, running to the post or running through the seam. You see him running through the seam right there. And it's a chance that you could get your ass lit up right here, but he does not care. He will just go up and attack the ball, and it works out in his favor. Right? That's what being fearless will get you. You got to catch the ball anyway, so whatever happens past that happens, but great throw, great catch there. He was absolutely destroying Alabama, man. So there you have it, man. You guys wanted Kadarius Toney. I've already covered this man throughout the season, so you could have gone back and just checked out a myriad of different Florida film studies right there and checked them out, but I understand you guys wanted it for your specific team. Great pick up there. Him working in with Sterling Shepard. You can bring him along slow, but you don't have to because you can see you can just get the ball in his hands, have him run. As a matter of fact, I might have one more. Giving him these sweeps is a must in my opinion. Lead sweeps. Look at him. Ooh. Oh. Still going, right? And this is against a team that every single one of these defensive players will be in the NFL. So don't get it twisted. This man is unique. This is very much like a Robert Woods. He's very good at this. I thought the LA Rams might look at Kadarius Toney right here just for the fact that he does fit their scheme, but Sean Payton's scheme is pretty versatile as well. And you could definitely, if not, it needs to be more versatile because they have to get this guy on stuff like this. Look how to meet contact, work through it. It does not matter. So, all right, so there you have it, man. Just get the ball in this man's hands and everything should be good, right? But check this out. It's your boy Murph, the Underground King. Make sure you support quality content. Anything you want to give is anything. You want to keep the lights on out there. Top Billin fans, just fans of quality content in general here at this particular channel. Make sure you do so. I appreciate everyone who has been doing that. Matter of fact, salute to you boys straight up. I'm absolutely loving it, and I am definitely grateful by your gratitude right there, right? Make sure you tip your waiter, right? I'm serving you like the waiter. Pause. We got to pause that. All right. With that being said, man, peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.